Hi you guys. Okay, so this is where it's starting to become fun. Now we get to interpret what we've learned into our designs. So I'm just going to use my sample block quickly and just explain to you what I've done. So let's say on the first design, so these lines have been done in low relief, and then those little bits in engraving, and then the center part of this design, those little petals have been done in high relief on a soft cloth so that we have that rounded look, and then these parts were done on a flat surface, high relief on a flat surface, and I raised those little dots even higher. Okay, so the flower has been done in high relief on a soft surface so that we get that rounded look. I set a little stone, which I'll show you in another video, and then I literally just from the front of my metal engraved these little lines on a few sheets of paper just to get a very subtle background texture. Right, so moving on to the next one, I started the design in the center. So just keeping in mind, we always start in the center and work our way out so that the metal stretches evenly. So I started in the center with engraving, did these little parts high relief on a flat surface so that you get that flat look, and then from the front just engrave these little dots like that. Okay, so this entire design has been done in engraving. So again, starting in the center, working one design at a time. From the center, those little dots have been done from the front as well. And I only flipped the design over, used my little ball and cup tool, did those, and then from the front, just pressed little holes into the ball. So you've got sort of that almost like a rivet look. Okay, so again, this one has been done high relief on a flat surface and then just little dots around. So if I have a design like this, I would start with the center parts. So I'd start with these little bits, do them first, then start with that design and do one little bit at a time. So I'll work out this entire design first, flip it over, color it in with my paper pencil, do the high relief technique, flip it over, redefine it, and then move on to the next one. And so in doing so, it just ensures that we keep our work nice and flat in the center. So as you see your metal stretching and buckling, just for each little bit, flatten it out and then move on to the next section. So the last one I'm going to cover with you is this one here. So you can see that in the center, I just set my little stone. I did that little circle design from the front, engraving, and then I raised these parts. So this one has been done on a soft cloth to give us that rounded look, and then I raised these little bits even more. And then the outer layer of this flower has been done on a hard surface so that that bit is flat. Okay, so I'm not sure if you guys can actually see I wonder if I hold it like this, if you can actually see the different levels. Okay, so it just gives you some ideas of how you can interpret the designs, and this is where you get to make it your own. So have fun with it, and I'm looking forward to see your pictures. Right, so I wanted to talk to you about interpreting your design when you just have a pattern and you don't really know where to start. So for instance, I'm just gonna run you through a couple of them. So there's a number of different ways in which you can interpret this design. So for instance, you could do the center flower in high relief so it stands out, and then you could do these lines either in low relief or engraving, and then raise these little parts again to high relief. So that's one option. Another option would be to do the complete design in low relief or in engraving. So doing it in engraving would give you that kind of a look, and if you do it mostly low relief, it would give you this kind of a look. You could also choose to do the center, let's say for instance in low relief, high relief, and then the surrounding areas in low relief and engraving. So this is where it really starts to become your design. So there's various ways of interpreting it, and I really encourage you to just play around with them. And maybe just to practice, take one design and do them in all the different techniques that I've just shown you and that you've just learned. So I'm really looking forward to see how you're going to do this in your own way, and please share your pictures.